Probably do something silly.
Well, she had a little something on her cap.
It's so nice to know that.
It's lined. The hood is lined with, this is brown. See, these guys don't have hood. Which one you? Somebody said more like me.
Mommy, that her? Look. Mommy. Mommy, come here. Look in the camera. Right up the eye. Right up the eye. Okay, see where I'm pointing?
That's her.
Right there on the eye. Where is that?
I don't know.
Wave. Stand up and wave, Mama. Stand up. She's not looking this way. Look at where she is. Let me show you. Okay, see where she is? Right there. Next to the blonde one.
She's right there, right?
Oh my God. She just bent down. I see her though. She's right there. Wait till she looks this way and then you wave. Yeah, there she is.
Always putting a hat on her head.
Not looking this way yet.
Yeah, we found her.
I got her. Not looking this way yet. Should have brought a Puerto Rican flag. Does Daddy want to see her?
Ahora mira hacia atrás, mira hacia allá.
Yeah, she's looking this way. She's next to the photographer, Mom. There she is. She's waving. She found it, eyes.
Oh, she said to go like
Then you're good.
I want to take a picture of it. I didn't know where.
I'll give you this one.
She started jumping up and I was
Yeah, she saw it.
Un besito. I love that.
Can you see her? Here, she's waving.
Ahora veo.
Yes! Let's go! Hey!
Oh my God, that's so nice. We found it. go back to Puerto Rico, so we graduated with Dina.
That's right.
Mi cámara no está acá, pero
Está bailando.
vámonos.
Wave, Mama, wave. Throw kisses. Genevieve is throwing kisses.
Son kisses.
Wave, wave.
So happy you found her.
Wave, 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 wave.
That's so nice.
You gotta wave really hard for them to see you.
Oh, they see that.
Wave, Mama, they're pointing. Mommy, I couldn't have found her without night shot.
I can't believe you found her. I'm not going to take any picture. It's so dark. I'm not going to.
Right, this is the only way you can see. Watch. Night shot.
Oh my God, look at that.
Otherwise, you can't see her.
I know. So look at that picture from the close-up. Remember that?
No, I'll give you one of these. A few.
Well, the important one that I want to see is that one. I don't think they go up. They stand up on I think that it's a little bachelor people on this side. You know, it's the fourth thing of the picture.
Trying to get all of her classmates. I don't know where they end though. Wave again, Mama. There she goes. Giving a big wave.
Yeah.
See where she is down there, right?
No, sometimes I miss it.
I see her. ringing me. Hold on. Don't open it yet. She was. She grabbed the phone. No, but she looked like she grabbed somebody else's phone. Yeah, she's got a ring. Yeah, she is. Pick it up.
No, ringing.
Oh.
Is it loud? Is it loud?
It should. You should be able to hear it. I don't think it's her phone. Otherwise, dial 14. Hit 14, and then hit talk. Talk.
Trustees to the 65th commencement exercises of New School University. We have just enjoyed a wonderful processional music from the Manus College Music Brass Ensemble. It is a delight to have trustees, members of our advisory board, faculty, staff, your family and friends gather to honor you whose achievements we celebrate today. We know that you have worked hard to earn the degrees that you have received, and that you have been helped by parents, by siblings, by children, and by friends who have provided you material and spiritual support along the way. Radio City Music Hall is filled to capacity with those who have sustained and guided. And I would ask the 2001 graduates to rise, to turn around and give a warm round of applause. Universities confer honorary degrees to symbolize the academic, artistic, and civic standards to which they aspire. We are fortunate today to have with us 7 individuals and 1 organization whose achievements indicate both the breadth of our interests and our commitment to quality, creativity, and service. I now ask John Tishman, Chair of the Board of Trustees, and Elizabeth Dickey, Provost of the University, to come forward and assist in conferring these degrees. As global and long-term, your policies have increased America's economic strength. As President of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York and then Chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, you guided this country through a tumultuous era of structural economic change and set the stage for the unprecedented growth of the 1990s. An economy stuck in stagflation, simultaneously experiencing high inflation and recession and buffeted by high oil prices, was transformed into a low inflation economy that attracts capital from around the world. It's now a great pleasure to welcome Governor Sheila M. Calderon. After she receives her honorary degree, Governor Calderon will present our commencement address.
Oh my God.
Sheila M. Calderon, Public Sector Manager, Advocate of the Poor, Ambassador for Puerto Rico, the first woman elected Governor of Puerto Rico. You have demonstrated masterful political skills. As an exemplary mother, you are a role model for Puerto Ricans, women, and Latinas across the United States. Throughout your distinguished career in business and in public service, including assignments as Chief of Staff to the Government of the Commonwealth, Secretary of State, and President of the Commonwealth Investment Company, your focus has been on good government and accountability. As the Mayor of San Juan, you sought expertise from the private sector to restore financial stability in the city, and you instituted programs that restore the public's confidence. In your own words, you made San Juan a more beautiful, more secure, and more active urban environment. Your pledge to get results also meant that the prosperity of the city would reach its disenfranchised communities. As governor, you bring the same passion to tackling the most difficult issues first, to eradicate corruption, to restore the public's confidence in its leaders, and to open the government's doors to all the citizens. In your first 100 days in office, you have stood up to powerful interests in Puerto Rico and in Washington. You have defended the rights of your people and led the fight to halt the U.S. Navy bombing practices and bring peace. University takes pleasure in conferring upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
President Kerry, Chairman Tishman, members of the Board of Trustees, and visiting communities, distinguished guests, and fellow honorary degree recipients, administration and faculty, families and friends who have come today to witness this wonderful celebration and this wonderful day of achievement. And most of all, you, the members of the New School University, class of the year 2001. I salute you, and I congratulate all of you. It really is a privilege to be addressing you on such an important occasion as it is today. And I'm deeply honored by the degree that the university has bestowed upon me, particularly because this institution is a tribute to the power of the independent mind, barriers, and to the fact that by daring to have a different vision, we can indeed make a difference in the world. These marvelous qualities, the persistence in celebrating diversity, the desire to be inclusive, the disposition to embrace change, and the capacity for innovation, they have all made New School University the vibrant center of learning that it is today, which is why I'm so very proud and honored to be here today. On a lighter note, I must say that I'm also very happy for today. I was thinking how back home, I'm always surrounded by lawyers. They're always telling me what I can and what I cannot do. They're always trying to keep me from implementing actions that I want to take, which I always, anyway, carry out, and which almost always are right also. So I think when I return tomorrow, they will have to face a governor who now has a doctorate in law. And hopefully it will be much easier to govern Puerto Rico from now on. But very seriously, this afternoon, I want to ask you to reflect upon those marvelous states of understanding, openness, originality, and creativity that have been placed in your souls, in the students' souls, in your years in this great institution. Today, my dear students, as you leave this place and you begin your new and wonderful adventure, I would like to talk to you about something I'm very sure you know very well by now. How thinking freely can make a difference. And how a unique idea can completely transform the lives of thousands of people. I want to talk to you today about the spirit of my people, of the Puerto Rican people. The spirit of a people who dare to embrace a new concept, one that was innovative, fraught with uncertainties, and fraught with perils, that was vulnerable to misinterpretations, but one which was born out of the need to let the creative urges overcome the long years of pain and suffering. One that was to overcome the sorrow of misery and the terrible inequity of poverty. An idea that transformed a stricken land. Puerto Rico, as many of you know, is a wonderful and absolutely beautiful island. It is inhabited by a people who have had to struggle to build their particular niche in the world. A people who have had to confront very, very difficult realities, yet a people who have never let up. A people who have persisted, and most importantly, a people who have dared to embrace a different political course. The people of Puerto Rico have been forced and limited by their very particular circumstances. The reality of living in a small island, the very clear borders of the immense ocean that have separated us from the rest of the world, a long history of coping with lopsided political relationships, of dealing with world powers of overwhelming size and might. It is in this context that the course of our history has developed. In the context of lack of natural resources, of the isolation of our island, of overpopulation, and in the context particularly of the terrible poverty of the dispossessed. Our historical path has been very difficult, often disheartening, but we have never, never given up. We have persisted in our own way. For centuries, we waged an uphill battle for fairness. At first, against the reactionary Spanish colonial government, incapable of understanding our needs. Still, we persisted and ultimately won new freedoms in the year 1897. Just a year afterwards, we had to continue to push ahead as our history changed dramatically with the Spanish-American War. We entered then a new relationship the United States of America, the beginning of which was anything but comfortable. There were and still are diverging expectations, distinct cultures, different languages, and different legal systems. There was no political leverage whatsoever, yet we had the most important leverage of all. We had our own will and our own determination to persist. During the first half of the last century, we kept fighting for greater measures of self-government. We pushed on, slowly and steadfastly, and we achieved finally the right to elect our own legislature, the right to appoint our own judges, the right to elect our own governor. We struggled for the right also, and we got it, to teach in our own language. Then, in the 1940s, something extraordinary happened. An idea emerged whose time had come. And that was that a different political relationship with the United States could come about, an autonomous political relationship. It was a spark of creativity that allowed us to continue to enjoy the permanent political ties we want to keep with the United States, but granted us the tools to shape our own future while holding on to our dear Hispanic culture and values and identity as Puerto Ricans. This new idea erupted in the scene, and both the people of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Congress had the courage to embrace it. Our people put their faith in this democratic idea and made it their own. And they really began, for the first time, to participate politically, coming out to vote in massive numbers as they had never done before. And so we approved our own constitution in the year 1952 and began a new project called Operation Bootstrap that transformed our lives. And a people who had faced so many limitations and so many constraints conquered them by putting their capacities and their talents to building a different and a dramatically different future. Puerto Rico, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, has been persistent on finding new roads for itself. Not roads made for others, but ones that we build anew in partnership. And so I stand proudly before you today as the first woman governor of the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, representing the spirit of Puerto Rico. It is a spirit of defiance and valor. It is a spirit that blends tenacious persistence with humility, courage with gentleness, resistance with a capacity to adapt creatively. It is a spirit of a people who stuck up to an idea and prevailed. It is a spirit of a people willing to fight, but who value also kindness and respect. A proud, yet an unassuming people who want to take their rightful place in the world as we maintain and remain and develop this very special relationship with the United States of America. The spirit of Puerto Rico is one of balances, not of extremes. It is a spirit of promoting compromise and understanding rather than confrontation, of asserting our rights through the law and the democratic process, not through violence. It is a practical spirit bent on adapting creatively to a changing world. We have accomplished our successes without bloodshed, without violence. We put our faith in the democratic process. Let me tell you, Our population learned the true measure of its electoral power in the 1940s. And we have one of the highest participations, electoral participations in the whole world. Last November 7th, over 83% of Puerto Ricans turned out to vote in our general election as compared to less than 50% in the United States of America. I'm very happy most of them voted for me, so I won't. In Puerto Rico, we have been offering a model for the new interdependent world that is arising. A world shifting to common markets, common defense, common currency, and even common citizenship, while preserving national identities. That is the very basis of our Commonwealth relationship with the United States, only we did it in 1952. But as you very well know, those who do not understand uniqueness seek to diminish or destroy it. They are afraid of those who dare to be different. But we will keep on persisting with our agenda for the future, an agenda that seeks a new and fresh ideals to continue to break molds in economic development, in jobs, in housing, in effective ways of fighting drugs, improve education and health problems. And we will also persist in finding new ways to keep on developing our Commonwealth formula and to make it grow. The spirit of persistence and victory is also the same one that burns in the hearts of Puerto Ricans, of those who seek the new opportunity and hope here in the United States, allowing them to struggle and prevail. And it is that same winning spirit that enables many of them to achieve success and victory internationally. I believe Puerto Rico's Commonwealth idea isn't just a positive and worthy example for a world coming to grips with interdependence. I believe our collective experience holds value for each and every one of you, my dear students who are graduating today, and I invite you to think about it. You live here today on your graduation day, armed with the best of tools from this wonderful school. A cultivated mind, an independent mind. You know your aspirations. Feel the fire that burns within your soul. Let it spark your imagination so you too can make your mark. Bring to the table of life what only you have to offer. Your creativity, your imagination, your distinct personality, and the genius that only you are capable of. Don't conform. Is there anything that I can tell you? Don't conform. You will have detractors. Oh yes, the older you get, you will have a lot of detractors. But don't let them stray you from your path. Don't let them stray you from your path. Put your heart into whatever you do and into whoever you love. That way, you will protect the seeds that were planted here in this university, and you will make them bloom into a life filled with satisfactions. As a parting word, I just want to say, remember what a poor, dispossessed people were able to do half a century ago when they found an idea that called every cell in their body into action. I ask you to put that wonderful and seemingly inexhaustible energy of youth at the service of your dreams. So, as you go forth to fulfill those dreams, dare to be unique, dare to be unique, to be creative, dare to be different and provocative in ways of making a contribution to your community, to your society, to your world. Let your own vision, nobody's, but your own, guide you, even if there are people who are threatened by your originality, and even if they lay stones in your path, just go on that path. And most of all, make a difference, and you will make your alma mater very, very proud. God bless you. Thank you.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing please rise? And will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Teaching please rise? Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, Mr. President.
Will the candidates in interior design please and FIDS in interior design? And finally, the candidates in product design please. Please be seated.
James Lipton. Mr. President, Madam Provost, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts in the Actors Studio Drama School. Will the candidates in acting please rise? Will the candidates in directing please rise? Will the candidates in playwriting please rise? Please be seated. Laureate. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Dean Lipton. Edward Blakely, Dean of Robert J. Milano Graduate School.
Eugene Lang College, Mannes College of Music, the Jazz and Contemporary Music Program, the Actors Studio Drama School, the Milano Graduate School of Management and Urban Policy, and the Graduate Faculty of Political and Social Science at Penn presented to you. They have been recommended by their respective faculties and approved by the university's Board of Trustees. I ask that you, by your official act, confer upon them these degrees. Will all candidates please rise once again?
Duly vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and by the Board of Trustees of New School University, I now confer upon you the degrees designated by the deans and admit to you all their rights and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Wait for it.
Professor Sanger is the author of important publications on social welfare policy.
Congratulations. Life provides only a few formal occasions that mark both closure and beginning. And graduation provides an opportunity to both look back and take stock, even as it compels us to look ahead. For every student here, it is a personal triumph, and for all of us, it is a community celebration. Graduation marks for each of you a personal transition, but for those of us who have devoted our lives to education, it is also a moment to savor our success. You stand before us today as the measure of our accomplishment, and while the credit is yours, you reaffirm the value and meaning of our enterprise. This is my 25th new school graduation, and every year I am struck by the emotional impact of this event. You share this day with your family and friends, with your teachers, your fellow students, and all of us have a tremendous investment in you. We share this stage with individuals who demonstrate to us the value of what we have worked for. Our honorary degree recipients today inspire and elevate us because they embody our highest ideals and goals for ourselves. And they remind us of how we can aspire to personal fulfillment even as we contribute to the realization of the collective aspirations of the society of which we are a part. When I finished graduate school 25 years ago, I was in a great hurry. I was in a hurry to begin my new life, to enter my profession, and begin the real work for which I had prepared so long. I completed my dissertation defense in January and began work immediately. Graduation was not until June, and by that time I had moved to New York, begun my career, and married. It seemed such an indulgence to drag my family back to Boston to attend the ceremony, so I decided to skip it. It was not until I attended my first new school commencement that I realized what I had missed. Each of us has a vision of the person we want to become, but often during our academic preparation we find ourselves simply moving from one hurdle to another, a difficult exam, another paper, and multiple assignments to complete. We rarely take the time to assess and prize where we have come, or take pleasure in appreciating the sum of our incremental accomplishments. Completing a course of study results from a process of continual growth. As we develop new insights, a more rigorous set of skills and ability to synthesize and apply more sophisticated concepts, we rarely stop to appreciate the significance of our growth or its meaning. If we are fortunate, we are provided with a built-in set of cheerleaders who celebrate our success and support us in our most challenging trials. All of you probably cherish the pride and respect your parents, your children, or your partners feel about your achievement today. Many of them are here with you. I even brought a few myself. But life is filled with continual personal and professional challenges and obstacles. And the most important source of strength comes from your own self-regard. Seeing yourself as you want to be is the key to personal growth. Graduation ought to be a time to celebrate what you have become and the personal resources you have been able to marshal to accomplish your goals. Every year when I watch the candidates receive their degrees, I experience the kind of pride and self-respect that they must feel. It is the pleasure that comes from taking responsibility for one's own potential and realizing it. There are few pleasures as sweet, and it was a pleasure I neglected to allow myself 25 years ago, but that I now experience through you. Many different values and goals have brought you here. Intellectual, aesthetic, and social values drive many of you, even as your personal accomplishment will allow you to advance in importance. My daughter has recently secured a summer job as a writer for an award-winning small-town newspaper. Her first assignment, she was told, will be to write obituaries. As you can imagine, she wondered immediately how long she would have to remain on this feat. I, on the other hand, was thrilled. I've always loved obituaries and consider myself a kind of connoisseur of the art. When I expressed my enthusiasm, she was incredulous. Obituaries, I told her, are an effort to sum up our individual choices. Rather than waiting for an inspired writer to examine your lives and attempt to make sense of them after the fact, this moment of transition offers you an opportunity to set goals now and make choices based on a conscious balance between your responsibility to individual fulfillment and societal progress. It can serve as an inspiration for those choices you make every day, which elevate your lives from the personal to the consequential. Your future is of your choosing. Many of you will no doubt be leaders in your fields, but a life of consequence is an examined life and one that balances personal fulfillment with social contribution. These are not competing values, but ones that together contribute to a life of meaning and accomplishment. We salute you for what you have already achieved. We salute you for what you have already achieved, but we urge you to leave a legacy of contribution and connection to those who follow you. I join with President Kerry, with Provost Dickey, with Chairman Tishman, your deans and your faculty in extending you my warmest wishes today and my greatest respect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Sang, for those very thoughtful comments. As our ceremony comes to a close, offer my congratulations to our new alumni and express the hope that you will always feel part of this school community. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I extend our warm appreciation to all for joining us on this happy occasion. And I ask the audience and the graduates to remain seated until the academic procession has departed the stage. The marshal will then give you the signal to rise. Will all those on the stage please stand. Exercise is adjourned.
on the chair now. See her?
Go up, get out, and get it gone.
Really? Are they gonna ring a bell or something? Founded her. Yeah. She's easier to spot because her hat is black as opposed to green under night shot. I am. I am.
Oh, okay.